we're going to try this again. Some people have said that the video that I did post on Google Classroom had no voice to it, so it was hard to follow. So we're going to try this again. Another trial and error. And that's just what we're going to have to go through during like some online stuff is trial and error. So thank you for those that let me know that it was not working, that the voice wasn't working. So here we go. Factoring trinomials of the type ax squared plus bx plus c. So now we're dealing with that coefficient. So you got that leading coefficient. So we're basically doing it the exact same way as what we were doing with the other type of factoring. The only difference is we now write the factors of this number up above it and the factors of that number up above it. Okay, and we're trying to get that 5 in the middle. So we're multiplying across and we're adding. So I look, 2 times 2 is 4, 1 times 1 is 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So when I factor it, it doesn't matter where you put those. You can put those in any order. You're first. What matters is where you put these two. Okay, so what did I do? I took 2 times 2. So opposite of this 2 has to go that other 2. And then I did 1 times 1. So opposite of this 1y has to go the 1. Back to the rules. Plus plus means plus plus in your factored form. Then check it by foiling it out. 2y times y, 2y squared. 2y times 2, 4y. 1 times y, y. 1 times 2, 2. Combine your middle terms, and you would get 2y squared plus 5y plus 2. Works. Therefore, I know I factored that one right. Okay, so this next one. Same type of process. Let's do our factors up above that 6. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Factors of 7, 1 and 7. So let's multiply across and try to combine, add or subtract to see if we can get 23. That's our goal. 6 times 7 is 42. 1 times 1 is 1. Not going to get 23 that way. Reverse it. 6 times 1, 1 times 7. Still not going to get you 23. So I can eliminate that as a possibility. Okay, so the next one. I want to try to get 23 in the middle. So 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 7 is 23. There you go. Or 3 times 7 is 21. 2 plus 21 is 23. There you go. So here comes our factors. Doesn't matter where you put those two. Oh, that's an in. Whoop. Okay, and what did I do? I went 3 times 7. So opposite of my 3 has to go my 7. Then I went 2 times 1. Opposite of that 2 has to go my 1. Minus plus, back to the rules, means minus minus. And then check. 2n times 3n, 6n squared. Cool. 2n times 1, negative 2n. Negative 7 times 3, negative 21. Well, negative 21 and negative 2 is 23. Check. Negative 7 times negative 1, positive 7. So if you need to, always go back and foil to check to make sure that you have them. Okay, this one down here. Notice the only thing different between those two is that minus sign. So you're going to factor it the exact same way, only with minuses. Okay. So now we're looking. Always look whenever you're factoring these. Is there something that I can pull out of there? Is there something that all three of those terms have in common? So I look. Is there something all three of those terms have in common? No. Go back to just doing the factors up above. 1 and 16. 2 and 8. 4 and 4. And 9. 1 and 9. 3 and 3. We're trying to get 26. Okay, so if you look at this, the 16 and the 1. So I look at the 16 and the 1. Way too big of numbers if I'm combining that with that 9. Same with the 3 and the 3. I'm going to eliminate that. Let's go to your 2 and 8. What's 2 times 9? 18. What's 8 times 1? 8. Well, what's 18 plus 8? 26. Okay, therefore, when I factor it, doesn't matter. I'm going to eliminate those so I didn't use them. Does not matter where I put those two. What matters is where I put these two. What did I do? I went 2 times 9. So opposite of the 2 goes the 9. I went 8 times 1. Opposite of the 8 is the 1. Plus, 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 plus. Okay, this one here. Is there something I can factor out of there? Yeah, I can take out a 6. So I'm going to pull a 6 out. So then I've got 3k squared minus 2k minus 1. And now I factor this part. Do the factors up above. 1 and 3, 1 and 1. We're trying to get 2 in the middle. Doesn't matter where you put those two, no matter what. I'm going to get 2 because 3 minus 1 is 2. So it doesn't matter where I put those. And because those are double pairs, doesn't really matter where I put those either. Now comes the minus minus. The bigger number's minus, the other one's plus. 3, because it's 3 times 1, is bigger than 1 times k. There's where my minus has to go. This is bigger than that. There's my plus. Then check it. Always go back through and FOIL it. If you have something that is wrong and you knew that you found the right factors, flip the signs in there and then double check. Okay. This one here. What can I factor out of there? What do all 3 of these terms have in common? A 2. So pull a 2 out. So now you got 12x squared plus 5x minus 3. And then back to the factoring. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, 1 and 3. We're trying to get 5. Well, if you start looking at these, you'll see. What's 3 times 3? 9. 4 times 1? 4. 9 minus 4? 5. I don't worry about those other ones. Okay. And again, where you put these two doesn't matter. 3x, 4x. What did I do? I went 3 times 3. Opposite of that 3 has to go the 3. I went 1 times 4. Opposite of the 4 goes that. Plus minus means bigger numbers plus, other ones minus. 3 times 3, which is 9, is bigger than 1 times 4. Okay, and that is how you factor with those leading coefficients. So today, work on that lesson. Try to get that one submitted in by tomorrow. Okay, so that we can keep moving on. And then you'll need to finish at least that first page of that factoring packet. And like I told a bunch of kids, with the factoring packet, go back through, download it if you can, print it off if you can. If you're okay with looking at it on a screen, look at it on a screen. Just interested in just making sure the problems are done. That it will not be due until Wednesday, though. So we have a long time to get those done. Okay, so tomorrow will be technically a work day on the rest of that first page of that factoring packet. And then Thursday, we'll do some special cases of factoring. Okay, so keep in touch. I'm going to keep posting videos, keep going about it as I can. Any questions, guys, reach out. Okay, let me know if you have any questions like you have been doing. So keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.